Hello everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. I want to pull a few cards for mothers all around the world, mothers, daughters, also for sons and brothers and husbands, because it's all about the same thing, isn't it? It's all about that beautiful sacred contract that we have within families, that those loving bonds are. It can also be tough as well. Let's not sugarcoat it. Some things about motherhood and indeed fatherhood as well involve sorrow and heartbreak as things occur to happen in our children's lives, which are terribly sad that we can't protect them from. So today I just want to pay a tribute. I want to thank people who have wished me Happy Mother's Day. I want to wish you all Happy Mother's Day. And I want to pull a few cards from the secret language of life, that if we take that view, that higher view over motherhood, and leave the kind of earthly judgmental realm, what are the messages for today's mothers and all those daughters, grandparents, husbands, sons, everyone connected with their mother? What are today's messages for Mother's Day? For my viewers, wherever you are in the world when you're watching this, today's messages for mothers. I'm using the secret language of light. So we've got joy. So despite all the trials and tribulations, we have joy as our first card out. It's when the heart is, there's a balance in this symbol. It's not at extreme, it's in the center. It's the heart welling up and joy being all encompassing. And I say that for motherhood, that is my experience. There's a sublimeness, I should say, about motherhood that is unparalleled. And so for those who may not have children, who've made the choice not to have children, you would know what I mean when you think about your mother, and there is this beautiful, joyous feeling. And that joyous feeling is around nurturing and caring and love. So we have here inner voice. That's interesting. I know I can speak from my mother, who's in the spirit realm. She was always a very good yardstick for me. And that inner voice she seemed to hear as well. And so there's a lot about that psychic bond between children and mothers that nobody really can describe or pinpoint or rationalize. But it's like, you just know. And I think that's a two-way thing. I think that children also are still very connected with their mothers. And even in spirit, I'm very connected with my mother. Often people wonder what this necklace is around my neck, and it simply says Mum. And I've been wearing that since she passed in 2010 as a reminder of that unconditional love. Despite all our personality flaws, despite all our differences, we're all human beings in this ship of life. Despite all of those trials and tribulations, there is at its foundation an unconditional love. And we have here, ask your soul, the soul mother. Ask your soul. Ask your soul. There's no accident that on this card there are two hearts. And this is a heartfelt reading. And the light is coming from the center. It's interesting, isn't it, the way the cards work. In the middle of that star is a heart at its center. And here we have the center of the heart. and the divinity coming down through the heart chakra. So motherhood, mothers at the highest perspective is about unconditional love. So if you're looking for unconditional love, you can find it in motherhood. Even if you have to look past the thorns, it's there. And we have expansion. Expansion 44. I mean, that's what life is. That's what giving life is all about. Is expansion of the soul. Expansion of the soul. And so we choose our mothers and our fathers and our families, I believe, before we come into this life. And some of the lessons that we need to learn are within our closest relationships. But it is always about the expansion of the soul and manifestation of our higher view, our higher selves. So yes, motherhood can be about sorrow, can be about heartbreak, because as much as the heart can radiate joy and love, it can also be broken. But at the end of the day, it is about the soul's journey, and the way we come into this earthly realm is through the devotion and love of our mothers. The very act of carrying a child and giving birth is about love. Okay, so creation and love. Okay, so messages for mothers today. It's not an easy time for any of us. It's a worrying time. I think for all of us, whether you have children or whether you don't, regarding what is going on in the world, and what is sacred and private is being almost like there's a battering ram at the gate. So today and yesterday in my country, it's a time to feel the joy and feel the love of motherhood. And that's exactly what occurred with me yesterday. I had a beautiful day filled with surprises, including from my husband, who gave me my favourite chocolate. We have a chocolate in Australia called Rocky Road by Daryl Lee, and I got some of that from him. And absolutely that is my Achilles heel. So today's Mother's Day can be full of meaning. Full of meaning if you're prepared to take a step out toward that expansion. We have so much more control over our experiences than what we think we do. Happy Mother's Day, everybody, wherever you are, and thanks for tuning in.